Riverside Township Board of Trustees meeting of June 14th, 2016 to order. Wayne, would you lead us in the pledge?
You will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, it is?
Roll call of the board.
Trustee Clark? Present. Trustee Ertler?
Present.
Trustee Giesman?
Present.
Trustee Kibitsky? Present. Supervisor Tusher?
Present.
Let the record note, Clerk Blau is also in attendance.
Okay, before we go on to approval of the minutes, I'd like us all to stand and have a moment of silence for the people in Orlando. Okay. Approval of the minutes of May 14th, 2016, special meeting.
So moved. Second.
Any questions, concerns?
We had on page 2, it's the third to the last paragraph from the bottom, which is starts with page 2.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
Page 2, supervisor. A travel allowance for travel outside of the township in the amount of $75. There it should say, after that, payable monthly. And then B should say, in his capacity as road district treasurer, an annual salary in the amount of $100 payable in monthly installments. Because there were 2 items there for travel, for Rich. The travel allowance and then the payment as road district treasurer. And in fact, I made a photocopy of what I wrote out, Leanne, so that you could see it instead of just hearing me say it.
Amend the motion as amended. Motion as amended.
And then just, you have payable at $8 a month. It's gonna be slightly over $8.
Okay, I thought that was inside the township. Because that means that if I have to go to, let's theoretically, California, all I'm gonna get paid is $75. See what I'm saying?
Well, that sounds
According,
So
that's the way I
should
read
we-
this right here.
Well, that was what we approved.
We're outside the township?
Right. Because, well, the only thing you're doing here is coming back
So
and
this
forth to work.
payable monthly at $8 per month,
Yeah,
does that
because I
belong
travel
in here?
inside the township, and that's what the per diems were basically, at 7,500, whatever, okay? And I always, let's say if I went to Springfield, if I went, I'd submit for mileage.
Right.
This way I can't.
No, well,
Okay.
I don't
Oh,
know.
wait a minute, I mean, am I reading it wrong? I don't know, and I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I mean, the way it's always worked is if you went to Springfield, you could put in for per mileage
Right,
by,
but that's, doesn't sound like this in this.
I think this is for, normal course, like, daily kind of thing,
yeah.
not travel for,
Okay, I'm just trying to get that clear. You know what I mean? Because I got no problems going to countryside not putting any mileage in, that's no big deal, or,
Do we
right,
want
you would use,
Prospect.
if you went to countryside to pick something up, then this would be covering it.
Right, that's what I'm saying, I would have no problem. But, my problem comes in if I go to Springfield, if I go someplace, you know what I mean?
No, for that kind of.
Because that's the way I'm reading this. And it says outside the township.
can we take the words outside of the township out?
Or just put inside the township?
Or and set
Within
the
the-
travel
within the
allowance.
township?
Well, if you're gonna do it here, you're gonna have to change the, ordinance that we adopted
Okay.
whenever, at this meeting, at the meeting that these minutes are reflecting. So, whatever people think is the best thing to do, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna fix it here, you're gonna have to go back and amend the ordinance.
Well, we could amend the ordinance at the next meeting,
Yes.
but, you know, because if Rich does go to Springfield, or some of those other monthly meetings can be far away, you know, sometimes it can be in Worth or Schaumburg or something like that. So you want to put your mileage in for that, so why don't we eliminate outside of the township?
That would have to be done at a different meeting,
That would have to be done in the ordinance too, right?
right?
Right, yeah, but if we,
We could do that
Take-
next month.
Yeah.
we could do this, a travel allowance for travel.
Right.
So then that would let you either travel by car, train, or bus. You know, but,
When you
and then,
go-
so if it's a little more than $8 a month, you could say divide it into 12 monthly payments.
No, no, well,
Or
the
no?
$8, Leanne, was, an estimate of the $100 for being road district treasurer. So we were dividing 12 into 100, and it comes out to be 8 something. So it's not an even number.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? The road district, he's getting a
So,
compensation.
so this
833.
this verbiage here goes where I have payable monthly at $8 per month, correct?
Right, but I wouldn't put payable at $8 per month, because $8 is not the correct
We're
amount.
taking that out and we're
Yeah.
putting this verbiage in.
Exactly,
Correct. Okay,
yeah.
that's all I need.
Made the
Right.
motion as amended.
As
Good,
amended.
so, but we're still amending.
Okay, but,
So-
So you're going to amend the, and have the amendments or the,
We have to do that as separate meeting.
Yeah,
right,
you're gonna have
but
to do
you're
that.
gonna set that up, so it'll be in the next meeting with all
Right.
the corrected terminology, right, that we just made.
You're talking about the ordinance now.
Right.
That we passed, yeah.
Can't do that tonight.
It'll be a subject for next.
Right.
So then we also need to change the wording for the clerk, too, don't we? The travel allowance, take out the words outside the township in the amount of $75 payable monthly. Is it $75 a month you get for travel, or is it 75?
It's a month, yeah.
It's a month, okay, so that's, okay. And so then the
I'm not looking at the clerk here.
payment as road district is $100 divided into 12 monthly payments, right?
Right.
Okay.
So you'll have the new ordinance.
As amended, can I say it now? or-
This one?
Well, so the amendment that we're making now is to say the $75 to Rich is payable monthly,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Okay, and then B is in his capacity as road district treasurer, comma, an annual salary in the amount of $100 payable in monthly installments, whatever that turns out to be, and it's an odd number.
Yeah, it's $833
Rather
a
than
month.
putting in $8, because that's
Yeah.
not exactly it, and it just can be fixed.
Will you make that correction on that ordinance, Ann?
I don't even,
Well, that is the
For
way
next
the
month.
ordinance is now. But if we wanna change it to take out outside of the township, then we would have to amend the ordinance and then
Correct.
approve that again.
Right. That's what
Actually,
we'd have to do.
Yeah,
I actually think we could take out the words for travel also, because a travel allowance, you know, is clearly stated what this is for. So you
Right.
can just put a travel allowance in the amount of $75 per
Right.
month.
Right.
And
On
then
the
the
new
clerk for the
ordinance.
same
on the new
thing.
one, yeah, on the new one.
And the clerk, the same thing, a travel allowance in the amount of $75 payable monthly. So the supervisor should have payable monthly too.
Right. So, yeah, giving that to Leah.
For the month, so can you give me the verbiage, or are you gonna prepare the new ordinance?
I can, I have it on.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. For next week's, next month's
month,
meeting,
yeah.
Ann?
And you can put it on the agenda.
Okay.
So I guess my question then is, what is that $75 covering? If you're gonna put,
Travel within the township, like it has been all this time. Since the township doesn't have a car,
yeah,
I mean, you don't have to give them the $75 if you wanna buy a car for the township,
it's,
pay the insurance and the gas.
yeah, no, I know.
You know,
Okay, but we're not paying, I know, John's getting nervous. We don't wanna, we're not paying you for coming, going
I've got
to and
one
from
to
work.
sell.
No,
You know,
I'll sell you.
you would think we were lawyers writing legislation for the United States Congress, the way we go
We're
through this
trying.
stuff. You know, I mean, a lot of this is very repetitive and unnecessary. We should just get to the point. It has to be changed, let's get to the,
Well, that's what we're discussing.
well, not for 10 minutes.
Okay, so we're clear for now, and then I
Yeah.
will
okay,
fix
okay,
the ordinance.
I amended the motion.
who seconded it?
I did.
Seconded it.
Second.
Any other questions or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Gaisman?
Yes.
Kibitsky?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Ertler?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Do I have approval of minutes of May 10th, 2016 board meeting?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
Questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Gaisman?
Yes.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Communications.
I don't have any.
Okay. Visitors' remarks.
I'm Francis Nicholas. I'm here in my capacity as Township Assessor. I just wanted to make sure you all got the information I put in your mailboxes today about the tax rates. They were released yesterday from the Cook County Clerk's Office. And these tax rates will be used to figure the second installment tax bills, which will be going out, which will be in everyone's mailboxes by July 1st or 2nd. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to call me about that. And then just in advance, I know this is on your agenda, but I was on the marketing committee of TAC, which produced this brochure. So if you have any questions, I'll be able to answer them for you while we're here tonight, while you're discussing it.
That's under new business? so,
Yes.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you know that we've gotten so far enough orders so that we're at the 50,000 mark. So right now the price point is 9 cents a brochure.
You know, where is that camera guy? You should be up there and they should have the camera on you. There's nobody in here.
Are they
Unless
on?
they're running automatically.
Yeah, but she should be facing the camera.
Well, don't worry about it.
Well, I want to make sure she gets her 15 minutes of fame.
They're on, right?
Oh, they're on, but
Okay,
on
all
her
right.
back.
Normally there's like red light, green
Um,
light, you know.
Okay, if you want to give a quick update as assessor with what we talked about today with the lawn.
Riverside lawn, yes.
You're still not on camera.
7.5 minutes will take.
Okay, so Riverside lawn update, let's see, I think we had a meeting with Cook County back in March. At that time, they anticipated having offers to everyone by the end of May. But at the end of May, most residents had not received an offer, just a couple people who had vacant land. So then Bob Upuse called my office and I didn't have anything to give him, so he called Cook County and they told him that offers would be now at the end of the month. So that's the status for Riverside Lawn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have no report. Any trustees report?
The exercise class is going well.
Wait a minute, the what?
The senior exercise class
That
that we have?
is,
Center Road visit.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Anything for the mental health board, we've got everything in your packet. Any questions for Ann, or? No? Okay,
Any questions for me? We're fine.
okay. How's the new guy going? Under old business, update of,
I
the-
passed
the
out
plaque.
a piece of paper for everybody, that this is the proof of what it's gonna be. It's gonna be 14 by 24.
When will we have it?
14 by 12, it's 2 feet.
Do you think that's too big? I don't know. That's what we approved.
Isn't that about the size of the one back here?
Right,
the
yeah.
elevator?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Except
okay.
this is gonna be portrait, all right? Like this, and isn't that landscape out there? You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, I kinda pictured this.
Yeah, I kind of thought
More
her
like
picture was
this.
gonna be over here, and then the text was gonna be over here, kind of
I
like
can ask
that.
him to reverse it.
Yeah,
Because that's kind of what I thought too.
yeah. So the plaque is sitting here,
Right,
or
right,
faced here,
yeah.
and all this is, yeah. Why don't you ask him to do that?
Okay, that's what I asked.
Any other questions or concerns?
Well, so we don't want to say this auditorium, it's gonna be the auditorium?
What?
Because it's gonna go in the auditorium, right?
I thought it's going outside the auditorium.
Well, we haven't really totally decided yet, so I think we're gonna wait
Oh,
till we get
is that
it.
why we're gonna say the rather than this? Because if it were inside, it would seem like, well, I don't know. Guess it's not a big deal.
This
This
sounds a
is-
little better.
This is approved, so if we wanna make changes, now's our time to make the change.
I guess if you're putting it inside, to me, this sounds better, because you're within that space. If it's
it's gonna-
outside,
Well, it'll be outside on the wall of the auditorium,
oh, I thought it was gonna go in that space.
or on the inside, either way, but I mean, if it's going, it's not gonna be outside like down here, it's gonna be
No.
outside the
I
wall,
know.
connected to one of the walls going into the auditorium.
Like between the doors, the
Yeah.
wall between the doors.
So this auditorium, or the auditorium, either way, does not matter.
I think it ought to be inside the auditorium,
I do.
because people don't know that that's what the name of that room is.
Right,
If you have it on the outside, they're gonna wonder.
so, no, all we're worried about right now
Anyway.
is the or this.
Right,
Right.
right,
If
right.
you had it on the outside, it'd have to be right by a door where you're going in, so you know.
We want
Right.
to
But there's
place
two
it
doors.
where people see it.
Yeah,
So, I agree with Dan, I think this sounds better,
I do too.
You think
this
that's
auditorium.
particularly if it's gonna be inside, and if we
Right.
have that additional plaque, is that, what's
I think so,
the
too.
intention for that? Is that gonna be next to this, or is it
I
gonna
was-
be outside?
I was thinking the plaque would be right under it, because it tells a little more of a.
Let's wait till we see
Yeah.
what they come up with before we even get into
Yeah, yeah.
that, waste time tonight. The only thing we're concerned about is change the
To this?
format of it
Okay,
and remove the auditorium with this auditorium.
Now,
Is
is
this-
this
Yeah.
biography?
I like that word "this"
I
also.
do too.
Pardon me?
I like that word "this."
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
And I like it with her face over here and then it's
Okay.
written.
Right.
Text
Great.
on the side.
Now,
Right.
is this biography gonna be, that's not gonna be on a plaque, is it? I mean,
This is what's gonna be on the plaque right here.
this is the
all of
plaque.
this?
No, Jen,
This
this.
is-
No.
This is
I
the
understand,
plaque.
Oh.
I understand that,
The
but that's a
free
separate.
plaque, the free plaque that we are getting that is
Right.
gonna be donated.
Correct.
We haven't decided what's gonna
Okay,
be.
okay, because that's an awful lot to chisel.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Why, sure.
It's,
But this isn't though.
right, this,
I'm kidding.
straight and to the point.
Okay,
Right.
Okay,
Okay, everybody got that?
yes.
okay.
Hold on.
So we changed.
Okay,
this.
how's the senior, pardon me, Wayne?
We changed that word from "the" to "this."
Correct.
Right,
You did that.
And then the orientation is gonna be different.
right.
What's the update on the second plat? 'Cause it's-
We don't have an update on that yet.
Oh,
I
there's
wanted
no
to
update.
get this done first.
Okay,
Okay.
how's the, update on the, senior exercise class?
Senior exercise class was going well. We had 10 the first week, and we had 6 yesterday. So I'm gonna send out a postcard this week reminding people that, we have an exercise class on, Mondays at noon on that. And then I was thinking, and I would, putting an ad in the Landmark and taking out of my senior budget
Okay,
to put it, so that wouldn't go in, it's already too late for this week, so I'll try to get
Yeah.
it in for next week.
um,
Well, the golf was a conflict of the
For you,
exercise,
yeah.
So we put something on the bulletin board too, right?
Oh, yeah, we did, or on the door.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right, okay.
then if you wanna put, you know, a flyer up.
Yeah, that'll get the
Yeah.
word out a little bit too.
Okay,
Right.
And don't, remind the guru, about the billing times,
the billing times,
the monthly that he
Yeah.
should get his,
get his billing for,
right, because
Okay.
then we have to approve it in a monthly meeting. See what I'm saying, Mary Rob?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay. New business. Riverside Township prevailing wage ordinance, to 2016-5.
I make a motion we adopt the Riverside Township prevailing wage ordinance, rather, 2016-5.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
Questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes?
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I hope you all read that thoroughly.
Well, what's interesting is that they don't have June 2016 rates. They're using 15 until they decide.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Village of Riverside Farmers Market, the food pantry voucher program. Do we wanna, continue that this year?
Did we have any results of how it worked last year? Because,
Yeah, it's in the packet, basically. The voucher numbers and what was going on. People seem to like it. It's broken down to given
Well, then let's use it.
what they, spent it on vegetables, fruit, cheese, eggs. Do we want to continue this?
I make a motion, we extend it for another year.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any questions, concerns?
well, how much, according, 110 vouchers were issued, 67 which redeemed.
And they're $5 piece vouchers.
Okay.
Any other questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call. Did I get a second on that?
I did.
Yeah, but
Yes.
did we decide on this, keeping the same amount? $5 and then a
Yeah,
maximum
yeah.
limit?
When you say extended,
Extending it.
For the
right.
same dollar,
Yeah.
what do we have, $2,400 or $2,500?
right.
I don't think we need to, they only did, use 335.
Well, let's just keep it the same, I mean, rather than,
All right, we'll keep it the same.
Yeah, it'd be terrible to run out of.
Well, we run out at the time, and I'm sorry.
No, but I mean to lessen the number we start with.
Well, the $2,400, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
It's that we're approving up to $2,400
Right.
with $5 vouchers.
Correct.
okay,
Okay, because that's not clear in what you're saying, so. Okay.
no.
Any other questions or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes,
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Toy Supervisors Division annual dues.
I make a motion, we pay it.
Second.
Any questions, concerns?
$30, huh?
Roll call.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes,
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
That was for supervisor of town, or trustees.
Supervisor.
Okay, do I hear a motion for, trustees division for TAC annual dues?
I make a motion, we pay $175.
Second.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes,
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
okay, Fran.
And then there's TAC, local government brochure, order forms. It is a nice looking order form. It's very nice. Yeah, very nice brochure. And Fran helped and did a lot of the work on it. So thank you, Fran. How many would you suggest we order?
How many houses in our in our township? Anybody know? That's, I was gonna ask the postman.
15?
We have 6,000 parcels.
Pardon me?
We have 6,000 parcels.
Yeah.
Is that how many newsletters we send out? It'd be the same amount as a newsletter, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's just, like, no, it's all the time, it's 6,000 parcels.
But would we be mailing these? Is that the intention? Is
Yes.
that what people are doing?
6,000, I mean,
Some
how,
people
how does that rate, like, okay, you see, Riverside, or Village Riverside, 8,900. Are they counting the people when they say that, or the houses?
To the houses.
I think it's the residents, the houses, you know.
Not the people in the
No, I
houses,
don't
just,
think so.
that's what I thought.
I don't
But
think
you
so.
just said,
That would be awfully hard to track.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
commercial, it's all the parcels that we have.
Yeah. I think that's just the houses.
So,
so you're talking
No,
probably 12, 15,
people are using them in different ways. Thornton is mailing them. Some are just distributing them locally.
You mean
So-
like at events or like
Yes.
leaving them on the table over here?
Right,
or-
putting them on the table or putting them out in local grocery stores or, different events that the township sponsor, like a cruise night or, wherever we sponsor events. I'm planning on ordering 500 from my office. I will send them out with people who call me to get comparables. I will put them in the envelope for comparables and put it. I've asked to be at the community table Wednesday in August when we're open for appeals, and I'll be handing them out.
I mean, and then people do browse and take a lot of stuff off the table here in the racks. So, it's not like you're throwing out the each, we're not making a mailing.
But do you like the idea of that option or
Yes.
mailing it?
I think it's a heavy staff brochure, and I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
It wasn't, if we intended it to be a mailer, we would have left room for it.
Yeah.
Who would have what?
So I think that I think they could be distributed to, we could put them in
Right.
So, yes, we can distribute them that way.
I mean,
Yeah, and I think at the library too.
I'm thinking 10,000, 29,000 brochures.
29,000?
What about,
This will last us a long time, but
Well,
we can give those out to anybody and everybody, that's just it.
what about the train station?
Sure.
Can you put them in there? You know, I think yesterday was the last day of the ticket agent there.
Yeah.
To the way.
So he can't say no.
No, well, no, but the station's gonna be open.
Oh, yeah.
And then you put some in there.
There's
Yeah,
no
I
more
mean,
ticket agent?
Not as of yesterday.
I'll be darned.
Because
Okay,
everybody's
yeah.
doing it online. If you look at your, water bill, the news in there,
Yeah?
it's on the reverse page and there's the whole thing on it, that they're doing away with the ticket agent. Because most people are buying their tickets online.
I see.
but Fran, did you say they would be 9 cents per?
Yes.
Because you've already sold more than
Yes,
29,000?
we're already at $50,000
Okay,
order, so, the most will be is 9 cents if we're
Order
just
them
starting
now.
to get orders in now.
yeah. But you can always order them later. I mean, if we ordered 10,000 now, we could get, and we got rid of all of them one way or another, put them here and there, we could always order another or whatever.
Yes, so.
So these aren't just gonna be going away in a month.
Right, no. Our plan is to come out with a new one in about 18 months, so.
Okay.
What about,
So 5,000 to 10,000 basically is 15 cents per brochure then?
But you
is what
said
you're saying?
nine.
9 cents now, because they've already sold
I think
more than.
5,000, and then we could always reorder.
Right.
So
Or-
we should order 5, that's what I'm looking at, how much should we order?
Well, but all of them are 9 cents a share, a share. I'm thinking
we're
stock.
selling stock here now.
For each brochure is 9 cents is what Fran's saying, because they've already sold or had
It's a pretty good
purchased
price.
enough of them.
But
that
when-
They can give them to us for 9
Is
cents.
it a
Then how
one?
many should we order?
I mean, I agree with Mary Rob. I would say order 5,000.
5,000
and
is
then-
$450.
Also,
At 9
if
cents.
you're gonna put them in the Riverside station, the Brookfield station is in the township. What about the Harlem station? I think a lot of people from Riverside
A lot of people from
Use
Riverside
Harlem.
go to the Harlem
to the
station.
Harlem station. They put
It's
them in there
cheaper.
too.
Good, but there's,
Yeah, it's a B zone.
The,
So,
the problem with ordering a lesser amount at this point is that when we order them later, we're not gonna have them at 9 cents a piece.
Sure.
It's gonna be 15 cents.
So we're doing
shouldn't they
5,000.
be going down in price if?
Well,
It's
that's
all
more nice
quantity.
than the order, though. Well, he's got the printer set up that he could roll these off all at one time.
Oh.
So once that big order goes in, the next time you order, he's got it set
Oh.
up, the colors and everything, so it's gonna be more money per person.
is
Well,
it
sure.
a one-page, I mean, it's like,
It's a trifold.
It's a trifold.
oh, it's a trifold,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in your,
Only it's glossy and
it's
it's
right here.
so.
So what are you saying, Wayne?
I'm
5,000?
saying,
Is it in
let's
our
order 20,000.
20,000?
Yeah,
Oh, my
Is
God.
that gonna, is that news change?
It's 1,800.
20,000 out?
No, this is,
Okay.
this news has not changed.
Okay, it's always the
But
same.
they are gonna revise it at some point down the road.
Yes,
So,
Do you know, have an idea when they would revise it?
in 18 months. Our goal is to, just get new information out there.
So
Run, keep telling
18
the
months
story.
from now, or?
Yeah, probably,
Well, I don't know. What do you think then? 18 months, they're gonna revise it?
we'll
I
use the
remember
20,000 in 18
I
months.
think we
that's a
will.
lot
Right.
of brochures, Wayne.
Do we have a place to
Don't you
store?
wanna distribute them in events that we go to? Say, for instance, if we participate in North Riverside Chili Cook-Off, we should have these brochures.
Sure.
We should have them in North
Every
Riverside.
affair
We
will-
should have them here, we should have them in Brookfield. So,
I mean, we're always looking for things to pass out.
I
They-
agree with Wayne.
They described them as pretty important at this time of
Also,
So how many were you saying?
20,000. What do you say, Fran?
let's see, we have,
You heard the
Well, while
talk.
she's thinking, how many people picked up brochures at the senior fair in North Riverside? I know they picked up a lot of candy and the trinkets that we had, but
Yeah.
how many picked up brochures?
I don't think I brought very many home. Not home, but back here.
Well, and that's another
The
thing.
newsletter.
And also,
Yeah,
people
well,
did
whatever.
recognize it though.
What?
When people saw it, they said, oh, everybody got that one. So I know people read our newsletter. I
Yeah.
get calls from it every time they
And
post
another place is Brookfield Village Hall.
Yeah, John, I mean, you know.
Just trying to cover all the bases.
Totally been
it.
around.
So,
Well, that's what I'm saying, it's 20,000, right, with where you plan to distribute them.
No, well, 20,000 would be $1,800.
That's all right. At the condition of townships, I think we gotta do everything we can to continue our existence.
Okay, so let's order, do I hear a motion to order 20,000 brochures at 10 cents per brochure?
10 or 9?
9 cents.
9 cents.
I make a motion, we
9 cents.
20,000.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Any other questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Giesman,
Yes.
trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Kibitsky,
Okay. That's too many, but
trustee Ertler,
Yes.
supervisor Tusher.
Yes.
Motion
Okay,
carried.
100%.
No, she said okay.
well, we better get them out. And then
Right.
we'll have people encouraging and saying, oh, I got that brochure. Good
I'm
information."
for mailing, in fact.
Well,
And
the
I think we can
20,000,
still
you
do
probably
that.
both.
But they're not set up for mailing.
No, but you don't need any address on them.
thing to
I-
mail,
Yeah.
but,
You get items in your mail all the time that have no names on them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Why, sure,
I get phone calls that come up.
right. No,
I plan on anyone who contacts my office, that I can respond to the letter, I will put them in.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd probably give it to the printer and mail it out and with, you know, not the same time as the newsletter.
yeah,
So you can
I,
just put, you know, a stamp or however, you know,
Can you put it inside the
resident
newsletter?
at 20 whatever.
So who does it name on the
Call
county or
It's the township officials of Cook County.
township officials of Cook County? Okay.
And the brochure talks about the services provided by township government. You know, they're varied, but they're important, and, there's important social services that generally are covered.
I think it's a great idea, I just hope they pick it up and read it.
yeah, he gave a good
I
description
mean,
of what,
yeah, we could give it to the printer maybe and he can put it right, since it's trifold, right there.
But what,
to do what?
Like the address where it would go to.
Address.
Oh, no, you don't need
There's
Don't
one
wait.
for
it.
post-
You don't need any address.
Just residents.
To residents.
Sure.
what does it say on the newsletter?
Rich,
What?
I think if you're gonna address something, it has to be in the center.
Oh, okay.
There's no address on the newsletter.
No, no.
Inside the newsletter.
That's what I was thinking, could you put it inside the newsletter?
No, well, that's gonna cost an arm and a leg.
That would be really
Well, we
expensive.
could have a mailing stuffing party and
And do
stuff them in
labels.
there. That's what, I could do that, was blindfolded.
What's that?
Mailings, stuffing a mailing.
We'd have to get somebody to print off the labels and then we could do it.
We could do that.
That's gonna be an expense.
Well, when we get them, we'll figure out.
The
what
post
we're gonna
office will mail them, will distribute them without any address on them. You know that,
Yeah, just like the newsletter.
right? So let's do it that way.
We'll give them 8,000 and say just
Well, they'll tell us how many they need.
Right.
Who, the post office?
They do it all the time, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it'd have to be about the same amount for the newsletter, wouldn't it be? So doesn't
Except for
Andrew have
printing.
that information?
Except for printing.
I'm sorry?
Except for printing. Printing the newsletter, and then there's postage on the newsletter. Two different.
No, I understand, but how many of them are
Yeah,
posted?
how many do they distribute?
About 8,900, I think.
Well,
Okay.
there you go.
All right.
So that will take half of our,
That's almost half.
That's
it's almost half, there we go. There,
Okay,
So,
we'll talk about it when we get in it.
yeah, we'll jump off that bridge when we come to
Okay,
it.
okay.
let's see, under,
Okay.
any other questions, concerns?
We voted on
Voted
that,
on
right?
it.
Yeah.
Oh, we did
okay.
already? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, got off track here. Okay, number F, a replacement of carpet cleaner for the town hall. The carpet cleaner that we have doesn't work, and we brought it in, and they can't fix it because it's so old. It came in with Gary, and they can't fix it. We use it a lot for spot cleaning.
I make a motion, we buy a new carpet cleaner.
For the $299 or the rebuilt unit for $110?
Which one do you think?
Well, the brand new is $399.
But they would get $100
Right.
discount
Okay.
I think we ought to get the new one.
Oh, yeah,
instead of the rebuilt one.
Right.
right.
For $299.
Right.
Second motion.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee Wilbur?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next on the agenda is North Riverside Independence Day Parade registration. We go every year, or at least one of us goes in a car or a pickup or something and pass out beads. Do we still want to attend the North Riverside?
I think we should.
Yes.
Okay,
Do you throw the beads up there?
I can't hear you.
Do you throw the beads up there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I'm usually in my car. This year Glenda wants to come with me in the car.
So I usually
Something
drive
new for her,
behind
you
you.
know. Yeah.
I usually drive behind you in my
Yeah.
car.
You need two
Or I
spots.
can, you can use the pickup. If you want it, we're going to Riverside and North Riverside. I've got that little yellow pickup. Somebody could drive, and people could sit in the back of that for Riverside. And I can be in like
We might want to
convertible.
use their truck for both parades. That might be a better idea, don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be better.
Okay, but don't you have to reserve 2 spaces on each of these parades
No.
then? No?
just drive up. No,
Well, it says in there how many vehicle floats in the
Yeah.
parade, we just put 2.
But in
Sorry.
Riverside, I thought we weren't supposed to throw whatever we were giving out. We're supposed to hand it to people.
Oh,
So if you're in the truck, how are you?
I always throw it.
I know you do, because you're driving.
But we're walking behind handing it out.
No, but I thought Rich was suggesting we ride in the truck in the back.
Why
He
not?
meant for,
North Riverside.
North Riverside.
Oh,
You
okay.
cannot walk in
You
North
can't walk
Riverside
the North
Parade.
Riverside parade.
And if you want, you could do it sit in the, and just throw it from, what are they gonna say
Don't do that.
after the parade's done?
Yeah, reprimand you for
Whatever
next
you
year.
do too, we'll use your yellow truck and then I can take my car with a couple people in it. Last year I had 4, I had Ann Wayne, myself and Fran.
Was it hard throwing stuff out of the truck, or?
I was
hard?
driving, so I didn't throw too many.
Yeah, you just have
So
to be
was
careful.
it hard throwing stuff out the windows?
No, my arm was sort of the next.
Yeah.
You got a
You gotta switch sides.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have
she's
to
got a, she has a pickup.
She has a pickup.
I've got a pickup. I mean, people could just sit in the beds of the pickup.
When we did 2 years ago in North Riverside, we used my truck. I had my girlfriend drive, Mary, Rob, and I were in the back. Remember, we had the
Right, yeah.
coolers, and we threw, in North Riverside, you have to throw the beads out, because you have to walk.
Okay, now how many people are gonna go?
What time does it start? What time does it start?
Well, Riverside starts at 8:45. And
Yeah.
then we go to North Riverside at 10, and then we're usually done by 11-ish, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people are gonna go? That would be another question.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Do Riverside.
1, 2,
Riverside,
3,
absolutely.
4, 5.
Well, figure
You
5.
can take one pickup truck and my convertible. Okay?
All right, we'll have
What
to make
pickup do you
plans.
want? You wanna take your pickup?
It doesn't matter, whatever one you
Well,
want
you
to
guys
do.
can decide that closer to the time.
Just call me up and I'll
You
figure
take
it out.
your, cause I can't,
I'll have somebody with my pickup at the parade for North Riverside.
okay,
Like I did the time, all
Right.
we have to do is get over there.
okay,
That works.
yeah.
That works.
And, well, how many people are gonna get over there? And how?
Mary Rob's gonna take us.
We'll take you over there.
And you gonna park your car somewhere, or you still
I'll
want people?
park it. I'll park it somewhere.
Okay,
If we can all do in the pickup, if not, then I can use my car in it.
yeah,
So,
okay.
It's probably better if we use the pickup, at least we're more accessible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll-
And you can put signs, who,
Right.
in the pickup, who's in the pickup?
Right, yeah. So,
Rather than all clumping them. Because I don't know how well those things are sticking anymore.
yeah, no, they're not
'Cause
sticking very well.
Part of my car is fiberglass and metal and, you know, you get 10 of those signs on it, you know, nobody knows what the heck's going on.
And
Okay,
then, but that's usually, don't we go over, what, to like 14th or something to start?
pardon me?
Yeah, 23rd and 14th,
23rd and 14th.
in that area.
So,
Are we gonna take a vote on this?
I don't think
I
we
don't
need to
think you need a
vote.
vote on that. Okay, so Riverside is the standard stuff we've been doing.
well,
Yeah, what time is
you guys
Riverside?
wanna walk then?
I do every year.
Yeah, I think we need to walk in
Okay.
Riverside.
Sure.
We're gonna walk that.
What
Not
time does
real
it
long.
start? I forgot.
We kicks off
8:45.
8:45.
8:45.
It's on the thing, 8:45.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Done.
FYI, Village of North Riverside's Independence Parade. We already said we're gonna go. We start lining up about 8:15 to 8:30.
Yeah,
Like, you know, it says it right on the thing.
right.
Look at the warrants.
Aging Care Connection, donor wall unveiling. Here's what, if you wanna go June 23rd at, in LaGrange. You know, it's in the packet, if you wanna go, just show up. Okay,
What time?
It's on there, 5:30.
5 to 7.
5 to 7?
6:15, remarks and unveiling.
Okay.
I will not be able to make it due to prior commitments with my daughter in the hospital. Any further visitors' remarks? Hearing none. Approval of warrants.
Okay, want me to do this?
Please.
have a motion that the board authorize and ratify payment of the bills identified on the general warrant June 2016 in the amount of $9,589.08 as presented to the board this 14th day of June.
Second the motion.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Next, motion that the board ratify and authorize payment of the amounts indicated on the following warrants. Utility warrant, June 2016, in the amount of $1,038.65. Payroll warrant, June 2016, in the amount of $16,815.16. Health warrant, June 2016, in the amount of $1,389.32. Monthly filings, June 2016, in the amount of $7,539.63. Grants, June 2016, in the amount of $14,275. General assistance warrant, June 2016, in the amount of $300. Township radio players warrant, June 2016, in the amount of $140. And food pantry warrant, June 2016, in the amount of $18. All of the above is presented to the board this 14th day of June 2016.
Second the motion.
Questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
No more on the warrants?
Is that it?
Okay, no comments from me. Do I hear a motion for adjournment?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Who seconded it?
I will, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Nope.
Okay,